Hello YouTube, my name is Xjood. Yes, I am aware that I am playing Slither.io, a game that has easily gone out of date a bit. But I was bored and I was like, you know what? It's time for a new YouTube video. Haven't uploaded one since the Q&A. And it's Christmas! Woo! It's Christmas! So, I decided, since it's Christmas, I do a little Christmas-themed story. So today, consider this the first story time with Xjood. So, before we begin, I would like to say thank you for still supporting me, those of you that still watch my videos. Thank you for still giving me likes and comments, those of you. And hey, we've gotten a ton of new subscribers over the past few weeks. That is always what I love to see. So yeah, keep it up, guys. And even thank you for even viewing, because even tuning into the video link, I mean, that is good enough for me, because I still get views. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Anyway, without further ado, let us get right into the story. So basically, how it happened last year, well, as of this recording last year, basically, it was Christmas time, right? And so, my mom's side of my family, see, my parents are divorced, sadly, but my mom's side of the family, always has this Christmas party on, Christmas Eve. So, I went to that, and it was at like 7 o'clock, and so, me and my cousins were hanging out. It's always a bunch of people there. We have it at this cabin by a little pond. So, there's like 3 or 4, well, actually, no. There was me, my younger cousin by like 2 months. So, there was me and him, and we still are really close, considering our age. And then there was his sister, who is a senior now, so back then she was a junior. And there was my stepsister, who was, I don't know how old she is. But anyway, so we were all hanging out, doing, just normal kid stuff, whatever, goofing off, while the adults hung out in the main room. And so, we were hanging out in one of the side rooms of the cabin, and we were bored, so we played hide and seek. So, I go and hide under a bed, and I don't know where the others hid, but it was my cousin's, high schooler cousin's turn to seek. We'll call her V, just for namesake. So V was seeking. There was me, X, my stepsister, C, my cousin that was my age, J, and my older cousin, V. So, V was seeking. I hid under a bed in, like, the guest room. And then Jay, I don't know where he hid. I think he hid in, like, a shower or something. Because it was built so that you could stay in it overnight. But it wasn't meant for anything like that. But yeah. And C, I don't know where C hid. But anyway. So, we're hiding. And we were eating right before we started the game. So, I take it upon myself to be like, oh, I'm not done eating, so I take my food with me to my hiding spot, and I eat while I'm hiding under this bed. So it's like, what the heck? And anyway, a little while passes, and they're all like, X, that's not what they said, they don't call me that, but anyway, they're like, X, play a song on the keyboard, because if you guys didn't see the other video, I play the piano. So they were like, X, play a song on the keyboard. So I was like, okay, I'll try. But the thing about this keyboard is that it has a brick AC adapter. And if you don't know what that means, it's basically an AC adapter that is bulky. It's like, if you've ever seen an old Nintendo AC adapter, or even a new Nintendo Switch charger, think about it like that. Those bricks on those chargers, that's what this thing was. It's actually that. Anyway, but the back casing is off of it. Still is. I haven't fixed it. So, I go to plug it in, and it actually shocks me. It electrocutes me and burns my finger. So, yeah, that happened. Anyway, then we all go and have a good time. We all open presents because that's something we do at the parties. And so then the party's over, everyone had a great time, and everyone goes home. But on my dad's side, we have this Christmas service at my church. It's a midnight service, okay? It lasts for an hour. So starts at midnight, goes till 1 a.m. in the morning. So you could imagine after the night I'd had already, how excited I was. It was fun, but I was just super tired. Anyway, so my dad comes over to pick me up, and my mom assumes that I'm staying with him because it's late, so she just assumes that I'm staying with him. And I'm like, I didn't know that at the time. So I go with my dad to the church thing, the service, and it happens, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's just a normal one, like normal, every year. We have it every year, so I mean, I knew what to expect. So yeah, we had the church service, so my dad, I'm like, he's like, where are you staying tonight? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm staying at Mom's. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. I'll drop you off by there. But my mom didn't know that at the time. So we go by there, and he drops me off, and we're all tired. We're all ready to go to bed because it's Christmas, so he drops me off. And my driveway is like, it's a little long. It's like, it's like a roundabout driveway, kind of one of those. Imagine it, like, there's my house on one side, and then there's the driveway. It goes around like a fountain type thing, but it's not a fountain, it's a tree. I can't describe it very well. Anyway, so my dad drops me off like halfway around that, and then just takes off after letting me out of the car. So what ended up happening, the door was locked to my house. I go up to the front door, and it was locked. So I'm a bit nervous. I'm like, excuse me, I'm out here, it's cold, let me in. So, yeah, the front door's locked, I don't know what to do very well. So, oh yeah, and by the way, my phone, I had 5%. I actually had 5%. I remember, I had 5%. So I was using it to like call my mom, like, Mom, come open the door. But of course, she was asleep, so she didn't answer. But anyway, so I go around because there's a spare key, so to the back patio to try and open it from there. Yeah, the spare key was not there. I don't know where it was. I guess it was just inside at that moment. But yeah, the spare key wasn't inside of or where it normally is. So I was like, what am I gonna do? So I just go back to the front door in disbelief, trying to, open it, still trying to get in. Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work at all. My dog was like going nuts, barking and everything, trying to alert my parents, but they were just like, yeah, we're asleep. They didn't actually say that they were asleep. And my family, I live in, the south part of the United States. So my family's like, rednecks. So, I was scared that if they saw me out here just walking around late at night at 1 and 2 a.m., they'd end up, like, attacking me, thinking I was trying to steal something on Christmas. So, I was kind of sneaking around everywhere. I didn't at first. At first I was tired, so I was like, you know what, I'll just chill out here. It's late. I'll just stay up all night. Yeah, no, I didn't do that. So, I go back to the cabin where the party was, and the party's over, of course. Everyone went home, everyone's all asleep, and I'm like, please let this door be open. It's not open. The door was not unlocked, so I go back to my house. I just kind of wander around for like an hour, just tire myself out. So around 3 o'clock, I finally am like, okay, you know what, there has to be a spare key or something to the cabin. Because it had rained, like, right before the church service started, so it was still wet and cold outside, so I was not gonna stay out there all night. So, I do actually find a spare key, out on one of the like, pillars that held up the, a little shack out there beside it. So the spare key, I get it, and I go inside, and I actually I get inside, And I'm like, oh my, really freaky. Because there's like a bunch of deer heads and stuff just lined around the walls and stuff. Cause haha, south of Georgia, we all hunt, of course. But yeah, so I was a little nervous. But I go to turn on the TV, and it just cuts on to, I don't remember what it cut on to. It was some Spanish channel. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching this. I try to change the channel. It flashes to static. And I'm like, yeah, right. That plus deer heads and killed animal heads on the walls. No, thank you. I will sleep in the dark. So, I ended up waking myself up every hour just to like check, just to make sure. Cause as soon as it like got daylight, I remember it was 6 a.m. and it was daylight right then and there. So I go up beside my parents' window, beside their bedroom window, and I end up knocking on the window. So yeah, I end up waking them up. They thought it was my stepdad's crazy uncle, which I have another Storytime with Xjood video about him later. Ooh, anyway, they thought it was him, so they just ignored it. So I'm like screaming at the window, like, "Mom, stepdad, come wake up and let me in." And they're like, "Oh," my mom's like, "Oh my gosh, son, I'm so sorry." Or no, she wasn't like that yet. She was like, "Son, what on earth are you doing? Do you know what time it is? Why didn't you sleep in?" Because normally I just like to sleep in. But she was like, "Son, what on earth are you doing right now?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I've been out here since last night." And she was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." And yeah, it ended up becoming a Christmas story that we traded around. Alright, sorry guys, the video cut out a bit there. But anyway, so yeah. I forgot where I was in the last video. Oh yeah. So it ended up becoming a story that we traded around because we went to a few parties showing each other what we got for Christmas, my cousins and us. So yeah. They were like, "Oh my gosh, whatever." And I was like, "Yeah, it actually did happen." Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what happened. I'm really hoping it doesn't happen again this year. If it does happen again this year, I will actually bring a charger and I will live stream during the thing, or vlog at least. If I can't get a live stream to work, I will vlog at the bare minimum for you guys. And you guys can join me in my Christmas experience while I'm outside alone, if that happens again. But last time my phone was about to die, so I kind of had to use it for emergency only type stuff, you know. I was even using it for like a flashlight, which was killing the battery too, which was kind of scary. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. If you did, then definitely leave a like and a comment. It would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, tune in to the next Storytime with Xjood video whenever that comes out. Whenever it does, leave a like on that, comment, subscribe. And even tuning in to listen is great because you're giving me a view, supporting me, everything I do. So, I bid you adieu. Thank you, and good night, and Merry Christmas. I forgot to mention the comment goes to Marissa.